Hey folks, and welcome back to Laos. I know the S is silent. Sometimes you have to mispronounce things for YouTube. But anyway, welcome back to Vang Vieng. We got here last episode. We took a look around. By the way, thanks for all the support, tremendous support on the last video. Thanks for all your likes, comments, shares, etc. So this episode, we will look around Vang Vieng in the evening, see what we can find at night, and then tomorrow morning, we'll venture out into the countryside. So without further ado, let's jump into it.
When you know, I found a bike. Actually, my buddy that came with me, his missus rented him this because he's got bad feet, and we're going out walking tonight, and he can't go, so he's going to ride around town. But I said, I'll take it around town once before you do, and I get on it, and as luck would have it, every time, not a drop of gas. Every time I get on some stranger bike, there's not a drop of gas in it. So I came and got 0.84 of a liter for 20,000 kip. Let's go. So we're walking around town here. We found a place called the Elephant Crossing Hotel. Elephant Crossing. And they have a rooftop bar with a 360-degree view. I think that'd be good since we've never been here before, and the surroundings, as I indicated before, are beautiful. So we're gonna go up there and see what it is. Maybe have a beverage. It's probably past sunset, but it's still light. It's twilight. It should be a nice view. Wow, this is far better than our hotel. I recommend it already. Nice pool out here, kind of overlooks the river. Anyway, we're gonna go up to the roof, take the elevator to, I think, the 9th floor. Absolutely beautiful. They've got this little bird cage type seating. It kind of juts out. The river's right under you, and you can see it. It's amazing. It's amazing. The rooftop at the Elephant Crossing, and it costs 50,000 kip to get up here. That's not that much, considering that I bought 20,000 kip and didn't even give me a liter of gas. So it's about 2 1/3 liters of gas, something like that.
So yeah, a couple dollars, that's not going to break the bank for an entry fee for a nice rooftop lounge. However, would definitely be cost prohibitive for locals. But this isn't really for locals. This is for tourists. This is probably one of the more high-end places in Vang Vieng. You can see by the prices of the menu, too. I mean, I wouldn't call it expensive, but for Vang Vieng, for what else is out there, yeah, it's much higher. But look at the surroundings. It's absolutely beautiful up there. You know, I forgot to mention, when we crossed the border originally from Nong Khai into Laos, there was casinos there. Right there on the border, there was a casino. I didn't see any in this town, though. But I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it should be here. Maybe it felt kind of Reno-esque here with the valley and the mountains and all that. I don't know. Not sure what the deal is with casinos here, but they are at the border. But anyway, we just had some light fare here, grabbed a drink, and I think some French fries or something like that. And we're going to get ready and leave here and just have a little bit of an evening around town, just maybe a once around. I know there is a big market. They have what's called Walking Street and a market. And I think the ladies want to go down and look at that, while us men folk, well, we'll just go out and see what there is. We'll see what the nightlife bears here. Definitely worth it coming up here, you know, sunset, twilight. You can see a lot better, but anyway, you could have a dinner up here. It's nice. Our first stop after the rooftop is here, the bakery. We stopped in a bakery. We had seen this earlier in the day. We were a little bit disappointed. We thought these cakes were more like cakes, but it's really just like pure chocolate fudge. My buddy said, you know, it's one of those things, once you've eaten it, you know you've eaten it. It was heavy, very, very heavy. But we made a little once around town. We didn't really find any like hostess bars, which you would find all over Pattaya, Bangkok, things like that. But we did settle into a nice place, air-conditioned, small little pub. This is called the Indie Mini Bar. The Indie Mini Bar. And they have a good selection of the beer Lao. Now, I wanted to try all of them. I've only really ever had the regular lager. This is what's known as a white. A beer Lao white. I don't know if that's the same as in Germany where they have Weiss beer. It's kind of like that, a little bit cloudy. Not 100% to my tasting, so I tried this one. Oh, look at the color on that. Yeah, it's very different. That's right, an IPA. The IPA, I think, was a little bit better. A little fruity, just a little fruity taste. But there are many flavors. There's gold, there's dark. And I wanted to look at some of the other things of the local products. The first thing she rolled out was a gin, followed by a couple local rums, one coconut and one plum. Maybe I should have had that. That was very tempting looking. These are all local Lao products. They also have a version of tequila that they make themselves. There's that. I don't know if it's a synthetic tequila or really made out of the guava or whatever. But since she had a couple of beer buying patrons, she decided to mix up a concoction of shots. I watched the bottles. They came out of legit bottles, though. Okay.
Wow. One shot.
Not bad.
Indian cocktail.
Okay.
All right, it's time to leave Vang Vieng. I'll show you guys, I just noticed the train schedule here. There are more trains than I thought, 3 or 4 trains a day. It's only like an hour train ride to Vientiane. So that is definitely probably the smart move to come here on the train, fly into a big Asian hub, and then a connecting flight to Vientiane, and then the train to Vang Vieng. Anyway, there's a lot of ways to do it. But we're going to stop and see maybe some other attractions. We're going to leave here on our way back to Nong Khai. But we will stop and see some other sights and some stuff and a little bit more of Laos. So let's hit the road. So we've driven, I don't know, about a half hour from the hotel, but not very far. Just down a deplorable road with huge potholes, but beautiful, beautiful scenery. And we've come to this place. It's called Blue Lagoon, some kind of attraction with water. I'm going to turn this around so you guys can see where we're going. I don't know what there is to see here, but we'll see. And this is like a little market by the parking area, something to get your money before they get your money. But I think it's probably pretty much all the same stuff we have in Thailand. I don't know. Yeah, I've seen these lotus. Hello. I've seen those lotus flowers. One of the things is the Thai, a lot of Thai netizens that come here kick off on social media because all the brochures show this very nice looking, very appealing turquoise, aquamarine type water in some of these features where the waterfalls or rivers or lagoons or whatever, and then they get here and they're brown, muddy water. And that's why they kick off on social media. They feel lied to. They feel like it was dishonest portrayal in the brochure. So 20,000 kip a person. Okay, that's less than a liter of gas. Remember, yesterday I bought gas. The girls will sort this out. Elephant pants, elephant clothes, elephant tops. I'm not sure I've seen some elephant tops just like those, but the pants, the elephant skirts. She's got similar type elephant pants on. Okay, very nice, very nice. And this would be the ticket checking. Gotta make sure our papers are in order. All right, so apparently our ticket, our 20,000 baht ticket, a little bit less than $1, we can walk back here and see some kind of fish pond or something. I see some water back here. Oh, okay. It's very muddy. It rained last night. Okay, and this water isn't, it's not muddy and brown, but it also isn't this pristine turquoise aquamarine. We'll take a look. I know some of these look like maybe Asian grass carp. It's hard to see. I can't get a really good look at them, but that's what I think it is. And a lot of a pretty fabled fish here in Asia, the Asian grass carp. I guess that was worth $1. And the water, I'll let you be the judge. The water does look, depending on how you depending on how you mess with your exposure on the camera and the saturation and everything, the water will, this is just raw, and I'll show you what it looks like when you monkey around with it. I've never seen fish eat lettuce before. They charged 10,000 kip for the bowl of lettuce. It's about a little bit less than 50 cents, maybe 45 cents, something like that. You guys want to see the grossest thing ever? I'll show you what they're barbecuing here. If you're squeamish, maybe turn it off. Yeah, they're gonna barbecue those big fat guys. I mean, they're bigger, about as big as my thumb, maybe a little bit bigger. I think they're called wood grubs. I think they find those out of rotting wood. They like to go in and eat rotting wood, tree stumps, that kind of thing. In the jungle, I think that's where they get them. Yeah, the cooked ones don't look any more appetizing. They've got them all cooked on a stick from the barbecue. And they're big ones. I've seen those in Thailand, but not that big. These ones they're big ones. All right, we're gonna blow this joint. And it's so beautiful here though. A lot of Chinese tourists. Anyway, see what they're buying. Oh, they bought peanuts.
No, buy this.
อยากกินแต่อันนี้แหละ 3,000
3,000 30,000 เหรอ อ๋อ 30,000 ใช่ This is called Blue Bridge. I don't know. Here again, we came back into Vang Vieng from the last place, from the fish pond, and then we exited the town in another direction, and we come here to the Blue Bridge. So we'll take a look. I don't know what it is. It almost looks like there's a restaurant or cafe or something there, and people eating. I don't know if we're meant to get something to eat here or what, but we'll just enjoy the scenery. So whenever I see a river like this, and big hills and a lot of brush, I almost start hearing banjos playing in my head. So looking up here, this seems like this is still a place where they have zip lines where you can start up there in one of those little ramshackle hut shack type things, and then zip line clear down here, maybe over beyond the Blue Bridge. So yeah, I don't know. I would steer clear of anything like that here. I just don't know. I just don't get the feeling that safety is a top priority. So it's 40,000 kip, or about a little less than $2 to walk across the bridge and go over there. I think we'll pass on that. It's beautiful here. You can just see it all from right here without paying the 40,000 kip. And there's a little shop, and there's a little shop you can buy some something to eat or a snack or something, and the water. I really think during dry season, though, December, January, you come here, I don't think the water's going to be flowing down here like this. This is a wet season, or at least the beginning of wet season. I could be wrong, though. But yeah, I think probably we will head back into town and then make our way back to the border from there. There's a place I want to eat lunch before crossing the border, before we go through all that goat rope. I figure we do that on a full stomach. And there's a place in Vientiane, just on the other side of the Mekong, and I thought it would be nice to have lunch there. So we'll get ready to go.
All right, I think we're going to head back to the border, but I think our driver's stopping for a quick sandwich first. I tell you, the bread, these long, like, sub rolls, the bread is very good here. I believe they have some carryover from maybe some French culture, taught them how to make this bread. Everywhere you go, you have these sandwiches. They might not always have, they're pretty creative on what they put on the sandwich. They'll make a sandwich out of vegetables and tofu. But the bread is legit. It's a good bread. These rolls, these bread rolls.
All right, with a couple bread rolls purchased, baguettes really, I guess is what they are. But we will grab our ticket, our card for the motorway, and we'll head on back into Vientiane for that meal.
All right, we made it back to the border. It's right here. There's the Mekong River. Before we leave Laos and go back over into Thailand, we're going to enjoy lunch here right on the river. We'll see what this is. And then we'll fight our way through the border and all that mess and get back over into Nong Khai.
So welcome to Swan Nam. That kind of means water garden in Thai. Of course, we're still on the Laos side, but we can look right across the mighty Mekong there and see Thailand. You know, we were discussing during lunch about, we gotta go through the border and all that stuff and taking the bus back across the river and all that. And we were thinking, it might just be easier to swim across the river. You hear people doing that, but it sure doesn't look like an easy task. Those chicken wings were good. We actually ended up with a second order of those. Som tam for the ladies, some kanom jean, some vegetables. It was a pretty good lunch here. Highly recommended place from our driver. But the food was good. You never know if they're recommending because it's good food or because they get a kickback. You never know.
Place is like a water park right on the river. A couple pools, sliding boards, everything. Anyway, lunch was pretty good. 300 and about 14,000 kip. Myself and Lan and the other couple we're with both changed in 3,000 baht for kip. And out of all that, we have 100,000 kip left, which we'll give our driver as a tip. So with that tip, we'll be out of kip.
So some people ask, how much was the driver, the van and all that? He's 3,000 baht per day, but he's got to pay for the gas, the tolls, his lodging, his food. So we thought that was fair. We break that all down, 6,000 for 2 days, about 1,500 baht a person or 750 baht a day for chauffeur-driven everything. I thought it was acceptable, and that seemed to be the going rate. The restaurant also has this nice outside area. You can sit right by the river. I met a couple ladies enjoying a beer.
Beer Lao. Sắp lại mà? Beer Lao sắp lại rồi.
So there you go. You don't have to take it from me. The local ladies there said beer Lao is delicious. But anyway, we'll make our way back to the border crossing. We crossed with very little difficulty. Only about a 15-minute wait at immigration on the Thai side. That'll take us back into Nong Khai, where we'll pick up next episode. We'll spend the evening in Nong Khai, and then tomorrow venture down to Udon Thani. We'll take a look at a brief stop at my friend's rural village, and then into the city of Udon, and we'll have an evening there and see what we can find. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Of course, something else next time, but for this one, gotta go ahead and leave it off right here. And as usual, I'll thank you for watching. And until next time, bye for now.